Alrighty, hello ladies and gentlemen, Mike here from Steppin, and I bring you another Kingdoms and Castles video, and this is a little embarrassing, so I might have gotten a little ahead of myself, and well, before I show you the kingdom, I'm just going to say, we're going to create a new one, we're going to go through from bottom to top to bottom, always forwards, back, forward, frontwards, backwards, all of it, and we're gonna figure out, and we're gonna go through the trials and tribulations that I went through, what I learned, what I'm still struggling with, some of the things that might help you guys improve your kingdom and gameplay in general. So let's go ahead and turn around here. Alright, so this is Steppin in the Kingdom. It's it's a bustling city. So I've got walls here because, as I've learned very quickly, the Vikings, they don't stop. They raid you and they mess you up. They do not mess around. I've got about 840 peasants right now. None are idle because I always keep them working. That's important. I got a small little army here. And even more being trained as we speak. And here's some more here, so let's bring this guy over here. So these are kind of like our generals. So whenever the barracks, which this right here is a barracks, whenever it trains or recruits a new soldier, your general has to be in the vicinity in order to be able to recruit them into the army finally. So for example, you click this guy. If there's any troops here ready, you click recruit, and there we go. That was another troop there. So, alright. This guy doesn't stop talking. Obviously, it's always about food, which, as you may have guessed, is something that I'm still struggling with. So, I kind of fixed it, but I didn't. So, I brought it all the way up to, I mean, heck, I had food almost full, but right now, I think I have more people than what food I can produce. So this right here is my last resort. So I'm trying to fix this. So this is a reservoir. It pretty much stores water and provides irrigation. That way you can farm and plant, or farm in general and practically anywhere. So as long as that's in the vicinity. So one thing I can't figure out is because you typically need, here, let me see if it's functioning. I think it might be. I still got people building, so. Ooh, tree's taken down, so let's go ahead and build some more castle walls here. You can go even higher. I found that it's honestly, as of now, I guess, it's a waste of money. You don't really need to. Simply because the ogres nor the Vikings are even as tall as to get there, but you can build it pretty high up there. Alright, so I was kind of thinking maybe bring it through that wall, so I might just demolish this, because I'm not sure if, I think it just might be because I don't have any workers available right now, because they're all busy doing things. So food is still a struggle, and that's what I'm trying to fix with this over here. Alright, so I'm able to build there, and there. I think I might cut this tree down and then demolish this farm so I can bring a road this way so I can put more farms there. So let's go ahead and do that. And whenever someone frees up, we got plenty of stone, so we're gonna close both of these quarries. And I think I might have another one over here. Here we are, yes. Let's go ahead and close those two. We need the workers. Alright, let's fast forward here. So the Vikings, they do not mess around. So whenever you guys do build your city, and you work pretty hard, make sure you build defenses too. It's as I found out, it's vitally important. So pretty much the Vikings will come through with ogres, by the way, and they will. And the ogres are huge, so the ogres are pretty much designed to take down these towers fairly quickly. So they'll come through and they will burn literally everything. So be prepped for that. So my happiness is pretty low right now. So minus 20 of that, so negative 20 is pretty much because of the recent food shortages. And then negative 15 unease from recent plague infections, which that's going to happen regardless. I don't know if there's a way around that. I've got hospitals, so most of them don't die. Okay, so that's moving now. It's a little fire risk. So this is actually working. So yeah, so these are not enough water to supply this building. Try connecting another Noria. I got one Noria there. I might just bust this wall down and then just connect a Noria that way. I think that's what I might end up doing, because we got to figure out this food shortage. It's pretty much the biggest thing that's holding me and my kingdom back. And the next project I'm doing here, as you can see with these walls, I'm going to bring these walls all the way to about here, and then bring this forward a little bit. This is going to be peeking out a little bit, so if Vikings do come, I'll have some ballistas here, and they should be able to reach that far. If not, I'll just rebuild those. Okay, I'm trying to figure this out, guys. I'm trying to get... So at one point, because I guess I didn't have... Okay, so it's getting a little better. I got a plus 62 total change last year, which means I got more food coming in than I have leaving. And when I say leaving, I mean eaten by homes, eaten by taverns, lost to exposure. So food that's lost to exposure pretty much is food that wasn't stored. So typically when winter comes about and if you have food that hasn't been stored, it gets lost to the winter. Another thing I found out is idle. So whenever you have people or peasants that are idle in general, you don't have to individually click on them to get them to do something. So obviously, as you can see here, we've got a lot of people roaming around, floating around. So that's something that I figured out fairly quickly after the first video. So if you have people idle, you can literally just click on a tree and you can chop. You don't have to click them individually, which is fantastic. Sorry, my voice is a little weird. I'm drinking my little cup of coffee. Just woke up. So this game pretty much continues to impress me in two ways. So gameplay, it's pretty fun. I love the way it looks. I love the entire premise of it. I love where it can go because the sky's the limit. Voxel is literally limitless. What they can do in this kind of world. Could you imagine if they expanded this kind of and made it to where you could go? Because obviously we've got, let's see, we're in year 169. Could you imagine year 2000, year 2020, so on and so forth? You know, being able to bring your town and upgrade it to a futuristic kind of like civilization with futuristic armies and things like that. So that right there, that kind of excites me about this game is where the creators can take it, and hopefully they don't give up on the game. I will pay for those expansions. That's how much fun I'm having on this game. Granted, the game was only $10. If you haven't picked it up yet, do yourself a favor. Do the creators a big favor and pick it up and give it a shot and try it. It's $10, so if you don't like it, you're not lost on a lot of money. With that said, I'm almost guaranteeing that you are going to love it. So people keep leaving by the dozens because I can't figure out this food thing, which I have figured it out. I'm trying to implement it now. So let's go ahead and demolish this here. And let's go to food. Let's build another Noria. It is in water. Oh, it's got to be built in fresh water. Oh, so I guess the bluer water is fresher water, maybe? I mean, I got another nori over here, but it's going to be very hard to route the... it could be possible. It would be very hard to route it all the way there. I can't seem to get enough tools to produce the rock removals, because I'm dying to remove these stupid rocks. Some of these rocks are ridiculous. Alright, so this has stopped. What's going on? There isn't enough staff to run. Okay, we need 5. Alright, so a fire has claimed a cottage. Let's go. Alright, so we're gonna rebuild that real quick. Town, cottage. Alright, and let's see what the fire hazard is. It's at about a medium, that's not bad. Let's go ahead and build another well. Let's put it right there. Oh, there's a dragon. Dragons don't stand a chance against my town anymore, or my kingdom. They pretty much die right away. The only thing annoying with dragons is when they fall and if they hit a building or anything, they tend to destroy that building because of how heavy they are and how fast they're falling, I guess. I guess it's cool. It's pretty cool. How? That is pretty funny. That's ironic, too. Oh, my goodness. Alright, so... No, that's cool. Let's see. I took a quick little break there to go to the potty. Alright, so let's take a look here. So that's being built now. And Vikings are invading. This is actually going to be really interesting. Well, being as they're going to try to come in on a well-fortified area of the city. So they're already getting shot at by my ballistas and my archer towers. Yeah, they won't stand a chance, I hope. Alright, he's gone. So this is the importance of having a well-fortified kingdom. So, had this not been fortified, trust me, these Vikings, they don't mess around. And they didn't bring any ogres with them this time, which is fortunate. Alright, that was beautiful. I'm still trying to figure out the food thing. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and demolish this right here. I do wish there was kind of a quicker way to demolish things too. So this is also going to be kind of expensive because I do have to build piers in order to bring it all the way over here. So I guess let's go ahead and do that too. Luckily I've got plenty of wood and stone to do so. Now it's going to take it, since I've been losing citizens, luckily my happiness has gone up a little bit. But yeah, that might take it a little bit to be built, so... they're already working on it, that's great. I'm gonna go ahead and, food, aqueduct. Bring that out, like so. So we have 4 workers here, we need 5 for it to be functional. Let's see what's going on. So I do have a plus 73 change over the last year, so that's a positive. I guess the happiness is going up because of that. It's still kind of affecting it though. I got plenty of storage for the food. The issue is that I don't have enough food growing, even though I have farms here. here all over, and here all over that vicinity, and a little bit here. So I'm still trying to get this farmed out a little bit. So trees are vital. Trees are very important. I don't want to get rid of all these trees and plant farms right under them. One thing I can do, I guess, is provide irrigation here so we can use all of this as farmland. So a lot of this is actually fertile. So if I started, actually I think I might go ahead and just do that. Alright, so, sorry. We're gonna have to bring you down. Demolish. That's 3 freed up workers now to do other things. So I still haven't really played around with stone roads very much. I have some here. I figured it's just a looks thing. I don't know if it does anything else. Okay, so allows peasants to travel much faster. Gotcha. So it does benefit the kingdom a little bit. Alright, so we're going to try to play this a little smart. Oh. I can almost guarantee this is going to solve the food shortage. For sure. But it's also going to use up a lot of my workers. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to build a couple of houses here. I'm going to build them closer to the archers and the ballistas. That way if I do get invaded on this section here, they'll be pretty safe. Alright, so all of that can actually be farmed on, so let's continue pushing the road out. Right there. Beautiful, beautiful. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this here. So farms, farms, farms everywhere. You can provide irrigation to certain areas that aren't farmable, and when you do, they become farmable. Alright, town. So bringing in more houses and more cottages and so on and so forth allows more peasants to come into your city because it provides living for them, obviously. We're gonna build a hovel there. Alright, so this place is gonna look pretty neat. Alright, so I have enough room here for a cottage as well, and then that also can be housed as well. Technically these two can also be housed, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that too. Like farmland. Let's demolish that one. I'm a little, like I said, I'm a little anal about some of this stuff, so let's do that. That'll look a little better. Perfect, perfect. Alright, so 211 peasants were taken ill because of the plague, obviously. I think I have about 3 or 4 hospitals at this point. So while some will die, not very many will, which is a good thing. You want to balance that out. I still want to provide irrigation here for the simple reason, oh, and these are done. So yeah, 37 peasants have died, and that does affect happiness. So that's a negative 50 sadness just from the plague deaths. which is a bummer because it's kind of hard to control that. I mean, I guess, okay, so another fire. Oh no. Oh no. That's no bueno. Alright, so... Oh no. Alright, so we're going to demolish you. And I think very important right now, we need to have a well there. Because it's kind of, you've kind of just... The fires have destroyed 2 cottages, and they've destroyed a ballista tower and a archer tower. So let's go ahead and rebuild the cottages, because I need more workers in town. And let's go here and let's rebuild that too. Alright, there we go. And once the well gets built, I think I'm gonna get rid of you, and I'm gonna build another well there. I don't want these areas. And what do I have building here? That's a farm. Okay, we're gonna get rid of you, and we're gonna have another well there. Fire risk here is pretty high, so putting those wells down, we'll get rid of that. Happiness is pretty low. Food shortages again. So I'm still going to try to provide irrigation for receiving irrigation. Okay. So was one Noria enough? Let me see something. Still receiving irrigation, so I guess 1 Noria was enough. Alright, so let's go ahead and demolish this then. The resources can be used for something else. Alright. I think we're solving the food problem here. We still need to get that tree down so I can push the roads outwards. Dragon has... Where is the dragon? Oh, okay, so I destroyed the farm coming down, pretty much. Where is the farm? Alright. And that's the only annoying thing. Dragons stand no chance anymore. With that said, when they come down, they do destroy things. They tend to destroy things, better said. And since I have things nearly everywhere, wherever it falls, it more than likely will destroy something. No match for our might. Alright, we're figuring out the food thing. We should be good here soon. We got plenty of beds now, so the more peasants that are going to start showing up, they're actually going to start staying. So 39 people visited, but only 26. But only 26. So they make it seem like a bad thing. That is actually fantastic. I think I'm gonna build a stone gate here. Actually, I could run a... Get rid of that. I could run a road across here and then through the back. That would also be a lot of work, though. I'd have to chop down these trees. They'd take forever to do it. Just like they're taking forever to chop that tree down. So we're going to be running 2 separate series when it comes to this game. So first we're gonna continue this kingdom. Obviously, we're gonna build it to its absolute max, and we're gonna have the most food that we possibly can, so on and so forth. We're gonna figure this stuff out. With that said, I do want to create a new series of. So first of all, I want to create a town. Just for my own pleasure, where I don't have the risk of Vikings and ogres and dragons. But I also want to create a town in its hardest difficulty, which ensures plenty of that. But I feel like even at its hardest difficulty, this right here would be able to withstand these Vikings. With that said, people do leave easier, I hear, on that difficulty. So that's also a bad thing. Alright, so I've run out of stone, which means I have to start opening up these quarries again. So there's a couple things I want them to introduce to the game. So first of all, I want them to make it easier for us to select a building and it show every building of the same type on the map, and where they are and how you can find them, or a way, because you pretty much have to manually go through and click on every individual quarry and open them or close them. It'd be nice to have a feature where you can just click on one, select all the other ones, and then open them up that way. Kind of like a menu that lets you open or close certain things. That would be neat. I'm not going to open these two up. I think 4 open queries should be enough. I think I just opened, that's 4 right there. And that's 5 and 6. So I got 6 open queries. That should be plenty for now. I got plenty of wood. And that tree still hasn't been chopped down. Eventually they'll get to it. So I'm leaving these guys here because there is an opening. And if they come through, if the Vikings come through, I want to be able to defend that area pretty decently too. Took too long to store our harvest. Some of it was ruined by the winter. Okay. Alright, so people are starting to stay. People are starting to... I've lost a lot of peasants. I think I was up to 850 or so. Now I'm down to 747, mainly because of the food shortages, but I'm trying to figure that out now. Trying to fix it. And there we go. That should be a fix. Now that I've added all of this and they've finally come out. So I've got 113 total change over the last year, which is a good thing. Once I get more peasants in town, that'll be even better. I think we're about as fortified as we possibly can on this entire map. If Vikings come here, obviously they can hit up that hovel, they can hit up that cottage, these farms. With that said, once they start heading inward, the ballista towers and the archer towers are going to just lay hands on them. They won't be able to get very far from there. This is receiving irrigation now, so I'd love to be able to just push a road there and build even more farms and so on, but that's that. This is also receiving irrigation. All of this, almost all of it. We're still losing people. We're still losing people. We got more food coming in than coming out, so that's a good thing. It'd be nice to build larger bridges. So, for example, being able to lift this road. Oh, and somebody's finally cutting it down. So, being able to lift this road up and route it over buildings. So, that would be pretty cool. But again, these are all possibilities. This is what the game can become in the future, and it absolutely, positively excites me. Alright, so that's about to come down, so we'll be able to build a road there. There we go. Alright, so food. Okay. Let's build an orchard there. So some farms here, and there, and there. Let's go ahead and bring up the block. This will be a little opening. I think I'm going to maintain that opening. What's up? I got plenty of food coming in now. So that fixes that problem. Happiness is trending at a 56. So, oh. Happiness being taxed. So, so this actually. Well, sorry, but I have to tax you. There's certain buildings that only run while I'm taxing you. So let's bring the tax rate down to 1. Oh no. Okay, so we're still being. So some happiness just can't be fixed, sorry. We gotta tax you guys. It just has to happen. There's some buildings that only run with those tax dollars, obviously, just like on modern civilization. All right, so these piers are almost done, which means I can go ahead and which I don't have. And peasants are starting to show up now, which is a good thing. Wait, what was this? I'm assuming that was probably a hollow. Let's go ahead and rebuild that. There's no residents there, so as soon as we start getting more people visiting and more people staying, we'll be able to have more peasants to work. Because that's the end game, work. Alright, so let's go ahead and start bringing up these walls. 1, 2, 3. Got plenty of wood. I'm starving on stone now since I shut down other quarries for a little bit. I think I'm going to open up the rest of them. And this is what I mean. Now I have to go through and find them. So there's 2. Let's reopen these. There's a dragon. Alright, so he's going to drop and he's going to break something. Alright, so that wall took damage. Luckily those are pretty resilient. Alright, there's 2 more. So let's bring the stone up to a good number and then we'll close these down again. Oh, that's kind of got a high fire risk. Let's well there. Let's build one there. I'm kind of astonished at how much the game is maintaining performance overall. I have dropped from around 170 frames to about 55, but overall, considering what's going on, it's maintaining. It's maintaining. This game does get intensive when you have the settings poured all the way up. Alright, so we still don't have a bunch of stone. We're getting there, we're getting there. Alright, so when those come up, we'll have some archer towers ready to lay waste. So, one thing to note, these also do take workers, so all of this stuff uses workers. A side note. So obviously you see how many I have. All of it is using peasants to work. So it doesn't leave. So again, like literally everything that you build on this game, and I guess it's kind of cool, and that's a big portion of why I enjoy the game so much. It's an actual town management sim, down to a T, like almost down to a T. Obviously, there's things that can't be controlled, and I enjoy that. I really do enjoy that. So you actually have to watch for what's being built because it's going to use peasants. Alright, so let's bring up that wall there. Actually, stone gate. There we go. And eventually I'll close that up. I'm not very fiery of this one simply because I might just be able to build piers around actually. I need more stone though. I think I'd rather close this up over here before I do that. Some have no access to a church or library. That's an only -3 impact. I'm not gonna worry about that so much, and I think it might be the new guys that just popped about. Alright, so let's show who's not getting it. So alright, so they need some coal. Wants access to charcoal. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that for you guys. Industry, charcoal maker. Alright, so I have no area there to place it. Boom! Chakalaka. Alright, that should be close enough. Alright, so happiness there is decent. Alright, so what's going on? Alright, so you also don't have access to coal, to charcoal. So let's go ahead and let's start putting some there. There. Alright, you guys are a little red there too, some and I've got plenty there, so I mean you can literally go that way and get to some charcoal and place it here. Okay, so we're gonna give you one there. Alright, so most everyone should be fine. There we go. 56 peasants have died to the plague. So bueno. Alright, let's take a look here. So let's hide that. Hospitals are definitely important. And I've got 3 of them. I got 3 of them. I think I might build one here, like right outside town. I think we're gonna do that. Here, let's build some piers. We're gonna build one there as soon as the piers come up. And we're also gonna bring and build some piers here. Not enough stone. Let's wait till we get enough stone. And I've lost peasants because of the plague, which is not a good thing for peasants that left the kingdom. Why is happiness so low? It can't be because of that. It has to be because of the recent plague deaths. Some people don't like walking on this game. Some peasants don't enjoy it. And I wonder if building stone roads would improve access. That's actually a fantastic question. And something I wouldn't mind exploring. And with that said, we're going to do that on the next episode. So next episode we're going to work on building up the infrastructure of this bustling city. Okay, let's go ahead and do that real quick actually. We have to build some more stockpiles because we're running out of room to place things. Oh, right here. Boom. There we go. Alright, and let's go ahead and do a couple more small ones here. There we go. Alright, that should be plenty of room. Alright, so next episode, which now we've solved the food problem. So that's a good thing. So next episode, we're going to work on rebuilding the infrastructure, upgrading it, and making all the roads stone, because I think that might help improve access to certain things. That might fix my problems. And that's well needed. Furthermore, we're going to close this up. We're going to build a hospital there. Maybe work on bringing a library or whatever. Eventually, I'll probably bring the wall forward and just close this entire area up. And more to come. More to come. This is kind of showing you what your city can become. So, as you guys remember, when I started this, it was all land, no building. Now there's an entire city covering the entire stretch of it, most of the land, which is pretty neat. You can build further out a little bit, so we can bring piers out. So even when I've used up all the land, it's still buildable. So even here, bring it all out and do even more. So it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Well, until next time, thank you guys for watching. You guys have a fantastic day.